So guys, in today's video, I just want to go over my top 5 Fortnite competitive coaching and tips and tricks YouTubers. Now, as you guys know, I am actually one of these YouTubers. I'm not going to include myself on this list, and I just want to go over the 5 best other Fortnite YouTubers that I would recommend everybody watches in order to perform in competitive Fortnite and make earnings and then eventually become a Fortnite pro player. Be sure to stick around until the end of this video so that you guys can see all of the YouTubers that I went over and exactly why they're so good and all of the content that they make. Let's hop right into this video. So I want to start off by going over Slyjack. Now Slyjack is a relatively small Fortnite competitive YouTuber. He has around 25,000 subscribers. And Slyjack makes absolutely fantastic guide content for competitive Fortnite. He talks about how to go over all of the brand new seasons. He also talks about the best settings, and then also goes over all of the individual smaller items. He makes videos pretty frequently, however, as of recently, he has been slowing down a little bit, but regardless, I still think all of his old videos are extremely valuable to watch. Slyjack, in my opinion, is one of the best Fortnite competitive YouTubers that will cover really helpful tips and tricks regarding different items, different rotations, and different ways to edit and play in fights. He has tons of videos about how to play throughout the whole game. He has videos about edits to make, videos about pre-firing, the best settings to go for, how to fix bad habits. Pretty much everything tips and tricks related, Slyjack actually has you covered. So I'd recommend you definitely go ahead and check out his YouTube channel in order if you guys want to improve in this brand new season and then the rest of the seasons to come. In my opinion, his best types of videos are going to be his settings and then his general tips and tricks videos. His settings videos are actually really in-depth, going into the differences between stuff like DirectX 11 and DirectX 12. Performance mode versus not performance mode. And then his tips and tricks videos are really helpful because they go over a lot of small nitty-gritty things that people often forget about in the game. For example, the red dot sights, which attachments are best. On top of that, he talks about the best edits to make and the best piece to make in certain situations. He talks about how to rotate at certain times of the game very specifically. Kind of similar to what I do, except he kind of does it in a more specific sense. I think Slyjack is one of the best Fortnite competitive YouTubers right now. If you guys want to check him out, be sure to check out his link in the description. I'm linking all the YouTubers down below. Now let's move on to Zoma. Now I've actually been watching Zoma for quite some time. I actually used to watch him back when he was a competitive Fortnite player himself. In my opinion, Zoma is a really helpful YouTuber not only for tips and tricks, but generally for getting better at Fortnite competitive and just fixing your mindset about it. Now Zoma has around 35,000 subscribers. He uploads videos quite frequently. For example, his last video was around 20 hours ago, and he tries to upload every 3 to 5 days. Zoma is actually a hired competitive coach. He actually gets hired by certain pro players in order to coach them, and he was an ex-competitive Fortnite player who had around $5,000 earned. In my opinion, Zoma is one of the best players because he's actually had that really in-depth experience actually playing competitive Fortnite. And because of that, I think that his advice is very accurate. Sometimes his videos may be a little bit tough to follow because he talks kind of fast and he kind of goes over stuff, but I still think if you guys are able to pay attention and take notes and watch these videos, Zoma is one of the best YouTubers out there. I also love his titles and thumbnails. They're straight to the point and very simple, so you know exactly what you're getting out of this video. He has an absolutely fantastic track record of having very accurate content, and I think that generally Zoma is one of the best players when it comes to actually giving you guys information on stuff like box fighting and rotation. In terms of his playlists, I really enjoy his series that says Think with Zoma. I know it's a little bit older, however, I really value that. I also think that his videos where he talks about W keying are really helpful as well, just because it talks about W keying and how to do it like the pros. And then lastly, guys, his tips and tricks videos are also very helpful. And the reason I say that is because all the different tips and tricks that he goes over are primarily related to the mental state of the game. A lot of Zoma's videos are going to be how to think better and how to apply that to your actual gameplay in order to then perform better in competitive. Generally, I think that's a really good skill to have if you guys are a Fortnite competitive YouTuber. So I think Zoma is a great option for any of you guys that want to go out there and you want to try to improve, you want to try to watch a really good YouTuber who knows exactly what they're talking about. Now, let's try to move on to Marin TM. Now, many of you guys watching this video probably actually know who Marin TM is. In my opinion, Marin TM is one of the best Fortnite YouTubers when it talks about actually transitioning from the creative playstyle over to the in-game playstyle. He talks about stuff like fundamentals of mechanics, the fundamentals of how to actually play in competitive rotation. And then he also talks about how to transfer your creative skills and then how to actually convince your parents and other aspects of your life in order to let you play. He goes over a lot of stuff in these videos where he goes over 50 tips or 11 tips, 7 fundamentals, 8 fundamentals, whatever it is. He goes over a lot of different topics and how they actually apply to your Fortnite competitive game and pretty much everybody's Fortnite competitive game. I also love his thumbnails as well because you really know exactly what you're getting into. For example, this video right here says how to practice if you have 1 to 8 hours a day. And then the thumbnail literally just says stop wasting time. That's exactly what it is. It's how to stop wasting time practicing and actually practice to improve. That's something I've gone over in my videos quite a bit at myself. I generally think that Marin TM is one of the best YouTubers for Fortnite competitive, and on top of that, I think that he's a really valuable player to actually have because he has been signed to different teams. He's been signed to Apex, he's been signed to become Legends back in the day. All of these teams had really good competitive players back in the day, so he was able to play and work alongside them. So I think that he really does know what he's talking about. He has a good amount of earnings as well, so I generally think that Marin TM is one of the best players when it comes to actually having competitive experience. And especially because he was on the EU region, which is the most competitive region in the world, he picked up a lot of really good information from these pro guys that he was with. He was able to travel to different camps, different lands, different boot camps, everything he wanted to do, he was able to do, and he learned a lot of stuff from it. This is a little bit of a side topic as well, but I really do enjoy his videos talking about the state of competitive Fortnite, everything wrong with it, the Fortnite competitive iceberg, all of that stuff, I really enjoy quite a bit. He also does make videos sometimes of how he kind of goes from bronze to unreal. He makes content videos alongside his tips and tricks and educational guides. Genuinely though, I think his educational guides and tips and tricks are some of the best in the Fortnite competitive scene. Be sure to check him out in the description. I think Marin TM is a great YouTuber. Now let's move on next to Reub. Now if you guys are watching this video and you don't know who Reub is, you probably haven't been in the Fortnite competitive scene for too long. In my opinion, Reub is one of the best YouTubers when it comes to making extremely high quality Fortnite competitive content. He makes videos on everything. He makes videos on Fortnite strategies, how the pros play, why it's so hard to beat X Pro or Y Pro. I think that's actually his best series, but I'll go over that soon. Genuinely, I think Reub's videos are the best quality videos. The editing is unreal. Many of you guys might not be YouTubers, but when I see Reub's video, I literally cringe at how good the editing is because I'm like, wow, that must have taken him so much time. The amount of time he sinks into these videos is absolutely fantastic. But on the other hand, he keeps them so simple and so presentable to the point where the information is so easy to obtain that it's very, very helpful for everybody watching those videos. He makes a bunch of content videos as well. He talks about the problem with Fortnite tournaments. He talks about being Scotland's best Fortnite player for a little bit, exposing hackers. I think everything that Reub truly does is very entertaining, but in terms of his tips and tricks videos, he has really solid playlists as well. You guys can go into his playlist and there's a section that's called Mechanics of the Pros. I think that is the best Fortnite competitive series of all time. I truthfully think that Mechanics of the Pros is the most helpful series, not only because it goes over the best of the best pros, but also because it goes over very important mechanics that everybody seems to miss. On top of that, he goes over why these items are really good, why certain strategies work. For example, I'm looking at this video right here. It says why it's so hard to beat Sonata and Agers. This video is really helpful because Reub makes tons of videos like it, and they're all extremely helpful. I'd recommend you guys just browse through his channel. None of the videos really have a direct pattern other than those why it's so hard to beat videos. But in general, I think that Reub is a great YouTuber. Be sure to check him out in the link in the description. Now guys, of course, you guys might have seen this coming, but the best YouTuber in my opinion for Fortnite competitive improvement is truthfully Destiny's Jesus. Now Destiny's Jesus is going to be an extremely valuable YouTuber to watch, not only because of his credentials, but because of how high quality his videos are as well. Now if you guys don't know, Destiny's Jesus is a Fortnite competitive coach. He has coached every single player you can possibly name, most likely. He's definitely talked to all of the EU players at the top. He's definitely communicated with people like Clicks. He's talked to pretty much every player you can possibly imagine. Destiny Jesus is one of the best coaches because he's actually led a bunch of players to very high level wins. For example, with Vino, he was in a call with Vino and Tayson during the solo FNCS Invitational back in Chapter 2, Season 7. Truthfully, that was one of the best performances from two solo players I've ever seen, and Destiny Jesus was the architect of how they were playing. He's the best Fortnite coach that I've heard of. He's one of the best Fortnite coaches in the scene right now, and his videos are absolutely no joke. He makes insanely good competitive content. He literally only focuses on competitive guides, and he talks about exactly how to win and how to pop off like the pro players in a very in-depth, understandable way. I think Destiny Jesus is the most valuable YouTuber to watch. I think if you guys take away a single message from this video is to watch Destiny Jesus. He's so good. I actually myself learn a lot from him, and I incorporate that into my videos. I think he's an extremely valuable person to watch, an extremely valuable coach to actually understand how he thinks. In my opinion, his best playlists are definitely going to be the 3 levels of solos. He makes these videos and he's been making them since early Chapter 2. It's essentially where he covers a noob, so somebody who really hasn't had very many first earnings. Then you have a semi-pro, somebody who has around $3,000 to $5,000 earned, give or take. And then you have a pro player, somebody like Mr. Savage or Clicks. He covers all of these people in a video, and he talks about the differences and how each one of them differs in the way they play and why one of them leads to the success more than the others. These videos are so good, not only because they actually have you understand exactly what the pros do to get good, but Destiny Jesus compares that back to yourself. So for example, if you're a first earnings noob, you're not really going to be as good as a pro player, and you can actually learn from this video and incorporate this stuff that the pro player does into your gameplay. Same thing if you're a semi-pro. That series and playlist of videos, in my opinion, is the best. But be sure to check out Destiny Jesus. In my opinion, he's at the top of this Fortnite competitive YouTuber list. But in general, I think that this is a really solid list for you guys. Obviously, we got Slyjack, Zycoma, Marin TM, Reese Hub, and Destiny's Jesus. If you guys want to check any of them out, look in the description. But that is about it for this video, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye, guys.